And this is my best friend in the entire world.
This is my
Selena.
best friend.
Yes.
Ever since we were 7 years old.
On Barney.
Yes.
We haven't. Yes. Wow. And we haven't shot anything together since Barney.
Yeah, since then.
Yep.
But here's a question for both of us. What made us become best friends, and what makes you trust each other and have so much fun together?
Well, we became best friends when I asked her if she wanted to sit on my jacket
and color together in crayons.
Yep. The Barney audition.
Hey Allison, I hear you challenged us to a dance-off, but you know what? We're gonna let you off easy because
we all know who would win.
we know who would win. I mean,
You would win, actually.
no, we had experience on Barney. All she had was Missy Elliott videos. So,
You know,
shut up, Barney.
we danced in Barney, so
We did. So,
What people might not know is that you were on Barney.
Yes,
And when you were on Barney, I actually did an interview with you when you were 13. Now, I'm gonna whip this out. This is Demi when she was 13 years old. This is 13, right?
Yeah.
You-
different.
Look at that.
Little different.
That's a change.
insane. I haven't seen that picture in years.
So I had to bring it along.
Oh, my handwriting.
I knew her before she was Demi Lovato, Disney star.
one of your first acting jobs was on Barney. Do you have a favorite memory from that?
Yes. Well, Selena and I have a few. But one time, Selena and I went into the kitchen and put stuffed gumballs in our mouth. And you weren't allowed to chew gum in the school on set, but we did anyways. And it was we went back in cheeks full of gum. It was awesome.
You started out at what age? You were...
Well, I actually booked my first audition at 7, which is Barney and Friends.
Barney and Friends, okay.
And then I've been auditioning, and then I've been auditioning ever since.
Demi, and also too, I hear your best friend Selena Gomez, who is another huge Disney star, and you guys have been best friends since you were little on Barney. Is that true? And look at these two on Barney.
Just say you look like your little sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's genes. We have the same body type, and once I hit 6th grade, I just shot right up, and I think she's going to do the same.
Speaking of death metal, how long were you on the Barney show?
I was on the Barney show for about 2 seasons.
What's he like? Is he cool? Is he?
Yeah, we actually he was there last night.
He was.
Yeah, he was totally there last night.
That would be a surprise.
No, he was cool.
He was cool. Yeah. Do you keep in touch with him?
No.
No,
I don't know if you realize he's kind of a dinosaur.
Oh, he is a dinosaur, right? Yeah. They're hard to talk to, and he's annoying. I mean, let's be honest. You really, after a while, I could see why you started listening to that kind of music after I Love You, You Love Me for 2 years over and over and over again.
Have a video from a guy that worked with you, please. Let's see. He's sad right now, okay?
It was very difficult to work with Demi. She was bullying me all the time because of my size, because I'm Klaus and shit, because of my color, man. And being of a species that no longer exists. I got no friends, I got no family. It was the hardest time of my career. Oh my God, I would like to forget this. Forget about me, Demi. I hate you.
Barney! Oh my God, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I would like to apologize.
Barney, I'm really, really sorry that I ruined your life. I wish we could catch up and I can make an amends to you.
Okay. Let's forget this. Barney is a friend of us. Gotcha. Now he's homeless.
Now, here's the thing that's remarkable about you is you're 25 years old.
Yes.
But already, I think it would be fair to say, you're kind of a showbiz veteran.
I've been at it for a while.
Yeah, when did you start? How old were you when you started in the business?
I was about 7 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
And was that was in Barney or just other TV shows?
That was in Barney.
So Barney, now we know Barney the dinosaur.
We know Barney.
He doesn't normally get a screen, but that was very generous of him. Were you a Barney fan before you were in the show?
Yeah, I was a Barney fan growing up. I think a lot of kids were.
Well, my kids are about, my eldest child is the same age as you, and they were big Barney fans. We used to take them to see the Barney show. There used to be a Barney show at Universal Studios. You ever go to that?
No, I haven't.
It was weird. It's weird because it is weird. Barney is weird.
Barney's weird, but he was really cute. The guy in the suit was hot, and I had a crush on him.
Really?
Yeah, because the suit is like 100 pounds, so you have to be like ripped to
So he
carry
was
it
fit?
around. So he was fit,
So
and
he was
he had
kind
a
of like
good
me,
face.
kind of muscular.
Yeah,
and then
just
kinda-
like you.
yeah.
He was a dreamboat.
So you had a crush on the actual guy inside the Barney suit?
Yes.
Wow. I wonder where he is now. Do you know where he is now?
No, I don't know where he is.
We could find out for you.
I'm okay.
We have a surprise. We're going to bring him in now.
I just got nervous.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this? Since you were...
I booked my first gig when I was 8, and it was on Barney.
On Barney?
Yeah. Barney and Friends, big purple dinosaur.
What was Barney like?
Barney was actually very attractive. Inside the suit. And I've always gone for older guys, so even when I was younger, I thought the guy in the suit was hot. Because you have to
the
be
guy
wrapped
inside
up
the
in
hood, because
muscle.
Barney himself is like 92 million years old or something like that. That is an older guy. So the guy was jacked in there?
Yeah, he had to be, because the suit's like 100 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
That changes my view of that show.
I know, right?
Okay, we're gonna take it back to the very beginning of your career. In a recent interview, Selena Gomez recalled when you two first auditioned for Barney together, and she said, quote, "I'll never forget it. I thought the world of her." What do you remember from those days?
Wow, what I remember from those days, I had a lot of fun. You know, I got to shoot a TV show with my best friend, and we just had so much fun. We were kids. I had another really good friend on that show. Her name was Hayden. And, you know, we just all really got along, had a really great time. And some of the really fun times were just like homeschooling together. Just like good, innocent childhood memory.
When you get Barney at 10 or 11, like you described, you were like bullied at school, kids called you shitty names.
Yeah.
I would have thought just the opposite. Like if I knew a kid was on Barney, he'd be like the most popular kid.
When I went back to school, and by the time I was old enough to work on Barney, it wasn't cool anymore to watch it.
Wow.
So that's why I think I got teased for it at school.
What would they say to you? Because to me, I would have been like, that girl's on Barney. Maybe she'll talk to me. Yeah, like, wow, like she knows something.
You know, I don't remember what they teased me for. I just remember going home from school and my mom saying, like, you know what, you're laughing all the way to the bank.
Did did you work with the actual Barney guy in the costume? Was he an asshole or was he a good dude?
No, he was so nice.
He was a nice
and you know
guy,
what's funny is he was really attractive.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean he took off the Barney head?
I mean,
and he was attractive.
Yeah, and I had like a bit of a crush on him even at a young age. But you had to be like really muscular because the suit weighs like,
right,
I don't know, like 50 to 100 pounds. It's like a huge suit, and so he was like ripped, and he happened to have a good-looking face.
Wow, what a great story! If you would have run off with Barney.
I don't think that my family did either. Like we got into the industry when I was on Barney and Friends when I was 7 or 8 years old, and I didn't know that by making certain decisions in my childhood, it would set me up for the rest of my life. I'm grateful that I did.
When did you? What was the first showbiz thing you did? How old were you?
So I auditioned for Barney and Friends when I was 7.
Whoa!
And I auditioned when I was 5 and I didn't make it because I couldn't read yet. So my mom was drawing pictures by each line, and that's how I memorized my lines.
Wow.
But they caught on to that, and they didn't cast me until I was 7 or 8. And then I did that.
So you were 8 years old doing Barney.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I probably saw you on TV. My kid loved Barney. But when she was little, she called Barney Hada. She decided that Barney was too complicated because she was 1 year old.
Wow.
So she would call him Hada. So she's like, Hada, Hada.
Hada,
so she would always love watching Barney. So
Yeah.
we probably watched you.
Wow. Well, I was
bizarre.
the little girl with glasses.
Wow.
And
What was that like?
you know, it was fun. I had always felt like I never related to kids my age. And so when I finally went on set and there was only 8 kids in the cast, or I think so, 10 kids in the entire cast. But you only work with 4 kids at a time per episode, maybe less. And then the rest of the people on set were the crew, and that's like 150 adults. And I was in heaven because I never related to kids my age. So I grew up in Texas, Dallas, Texas. I keep forgetting we're in Texas, so
Yeah.
Dallas. But I grew up, you know, I went to public school except for the 1 year that I homeschooled on Barney and Friends. I was singing all the time at my house, and then I started taking lessons. I had booked Barney and started singing on there, and acting at the same time. But I knew from a very young age that I wanted to do this and be on stage. But I think when I knew it was a profession was when I booked Barney, and I started getting those checks in the mail and was like, oh wow, this is not just playtime anymore. This is like an actual job.
You fell into acting at a remarkably early age, right?
Yes, my first audition that I ever went on was, I think I was 4 or 5 years old. And I ended up booking Barney and Friends when I was about 7 years old. And I continued to do commercials and guest starring roles until I booked my first gig on the Disney Channel at 14.
At 14. Doug, you remember Barney back in the day? Did it drive you crazy?
I love you, you love me, we're a happy family. Close
Sesame Street.
with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too?
I tell you what, who was picking these?
Barney.
Barney.
Oh, hello, Demi. It's been a while since we shared a hug. Here's a great big dino hug. Oh, just like old times. Can you share a hug with your friends?